national champion, 21 NCAA tournaments in 23 seasons, and we are underway. SC in the home gold, Maryland in the visiting blacks. Jazzy Davidson triggering the long three right off the bat, and a good start will be crucial for SC. They got down 10-0 at Minnesota, battled back and lost by just one, but you can't afford that kind of a start, Mary.
And we're looking at keys to the game. Maryland does an amazing job on the O boards. USC must do a great job of keeping them away from second chance points. And the other thing USC's got to do, fewer than 14 turnovers. This is a Maryland team that turns people over 21 times a game.
Those keys to the game brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. London Jones, the southpaw, into the lane. Her shot won't drop. It's a very good rebounding team, and whoo, look at her go. The speed from Alucia Kanawa. Kicked out, Sailor Poffenbarger is ready, and she knocks in our first bucket here tonight.
Not 100%, but boy, is she just the heart and soul of this Maryland Terrapin team.
He's been dealing with an ankle injury and is playing through some pain. Couldn't tell it on that deep three.
Indeed. Expect to see that three-quarter court pressure zone from Maryland most of this ball game.
Malia Samuels, the point guard for SC, penetrates. Now it's in the hands of Kara Dunn. The transfer from Georgia Tech. Jones, 2 on the shot clock, has to let it go, and it's blocked. Poffenbarger, the long reach, getting up there.
That's a lot of length, isn't it, on London Jones?
And Addie Mack, the freshman, coming back. So a 5-0 start for the Terrapins.
Yeah, her big key is to stay on the floor and avoid foul trouble.
Our first foul of the game going against Alucia Kanawa, one of the fastest players in the nation. Our officials today, Mai Forsberg, Tara Cruz, Mark Resch with the whistles today. So Kanawa, one of the best defenders, starts on Samuels.
Boy, what a season she's having for Maryland, opening up a lot of eyeballs.
So a freshman matchup. Mack taking Davidson, and she spins that one off glass.
Well, you know it's going left, and it's just unstoppable. The length at 6'1", it feels more like 6'3".
So this is the freshman, Addie Mack, number 3 in black, out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. A true freshman starting toward Brenda Freeze. Nice post move and finished with the left. Izzy Mamadou.
I just like her patience with that shot, with the post up. Didn't try to do too much.
Product of London, England. Spent a couple of years at a JC, Gulf Coast State, in her first year at Maryland. Here's Jazzy Davidson, this time going right off the glass.
So you try to take away the move left. She comes back right and says, I got no problem with that. Force me whatever direction you want.
Such an impactful freshman. And with the injuries to USC, she's really been forced to carry a heavy load. 16 points a game for Davidson. Ozzy Mamadou in the lane. This time her shot won't go, and a foul on the floor.
Defended well by Laura Williams, 6'1" sophomore, in her first start of her career.
And Lindsay Gottlieb does not like this call. London Jones whistled for the foul on the floor. And Lindsay Gottlieb is letting our officials know that she's not a fan of that one. Loose ball, Jazzy Davidson trying to track it down. Kanawa there as well.
Coach Gottlieb is agitated.
Chatting with Mai Forsberg, one of the best officials in our game, as in the national championship. So Malia Samuels will trigger the offense. Laura Williams getting her first career start, the freshman for USC, out of Tampa, Florida. And the 3 ball goes down. Jazzy Davidson, 7 points. Maryland, 7 points.
Yeah, dial it up.
And now the steal. Oh, no. Stepping on the baseline. USC almost had the takeaway.
In the 1-point loss at Minnesota, Jazzy Davidson was 5 of 9 from deep. Well defended. Not guarding the line, guarding Jazzy. It didn't matter.
That rotation is gorgeous. Another collision. London Jones winds up on the deck. She draws the personal. So Sailor Hoffenbarger, her first foul, second against Maryland.
So you talk about the hole that SC dug themselves early in their last game. They go down 7-0. They come roaring right back.
Jazzy stops, gets it to her teammate, and that's a great confidence builder for Laura Williams.
I agree. Set up beautifully, didn't have to do too much with it.
And do not blink, because Maryland will come right back at you. Kendall Walker all the way down to draw a couple of foul shots.
Get up in the air, just be available, use the backboard, make it simple.
First bucket going down for Williams. She's a shot blocking machine. Hasn't really shown a lot of offensive firepower yet, of course, just in her first season. But good to see her get that first shot to go down as Kendall Walker, the redshirt freshman and native of Maryland, in Beltsville, Maryland, transferred back home after redshirting last year at St. John's. Knotted back up at 9 in a back and forth start to this ball game. Samuels, the junior out of Seattle, trying to get it down to Kara Dunn. Dunn coming off a fabulous game, and she has yet to get a shot off here in the first 4.5 minutes. She had 27 points in the loss to Ohio State.
First turnover for USC, and the best kind against Maryland. Have it go out of bounds, so they've got to earn it 5-on-5.
Ooh, a travel.
She knew it.
And that, I go down as a forced turnover, because Ozzy Mamadou just wanted to reverse the ball. The denial there forced a backdoor and also forced the travel.
The decisions that are made up top, getting the offense initiated, so important for Samuel, who's ever running the point.
Garzone with a hard hedge. Samuels avoids the trap. Dunn, her first shot of the game, and that one misses everything. And she taps her chest. I think that's a matter. You got to get her a touch a little bit earlier than the first 5 minutes. First time she touches it, it's a long, deep three. That's a tough one to start.
Yeah, but when Jazzy Davidson's as red hot as she is,
that's
you just want to keep feeding the beast.
And I don't mean touches like shots. I just mean touches.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I think that's one of the things I like about her. Is she's a very patient player. She'll get her touches.
London Jones forced to reach out on the explosive take from Walker, and that is foul number 2 on London Jones, and that is a huge call. They really want to get London Jones going.
And Washington, number 31. So this will be the 6th game for USC against top 31 in the net squads.
Reading the lane, Jazzy Davidson slices in for the steal. The Euro losing the defense. That is gorgeous by Davidson.
She's been watching Kelsey Plum a little bit. That was beautiful. We talked about the impact at the defensive end. That's a travel too.
Onto the floor, Maria Boyko.
You expect greatness from Jazzy Davidson, but what she's doing at the defensive end truly is remarkable. I mean, she is the definition of a two-way player.
You saw her eyes up, looking at the defense, reading, where is she leaning? I'm going the other way. A wide open lane off the steal for Jazzy. What a start for her. 9 points. trying to add to that total. Double figures in the first quarter. Her shot short at the rim. Maryland loves to push, looking for Garzone, and that pass off the mark.
You talked about Dunn getting touches. Garzone has not. Has she touched the ball? Because she certainly hasn't shot it yet.
No shot attempts for Garzone, averaging 13 points per game and 53 made threes. She's got a couple of dimes early in this ball game. Dragging the pivot foot. Junior from Lithuania in her first year of college basketball onto the floor, Girda Roshatita is from Lithuanian.
Look at this matchup.
Boyko kicks it out. Three all the way down, rattling out for Walker. Kara Dunn with the 27 points in the last game, kicks it inside, gets it back, and that's a good-looking shot. Feet set, the sharpshooter coming in with a strong resume from Georgia Tech, and she gets her first bucket, and it's SC's largest lead of the game at 5.
I like the pace for USC's offense. They're really moving the ball, keeping the floor spread, making good decisions.
Maryland has been turning the ball over. 4 turnovers over the last 3 minutes. Nearly one there. Davidson had her paw on the ball, and it is a turnover. 3 seconds called against the Terrapins.
Put the ball on the floor, kick it inside. Maybe had a layup, but you kick it back out. Feed set, buries it. Again, great job by USC. One, taking care of the basketball, taking good-looking open shots.
A good start for USC on their home floor. Backdoor, Davidson losing the defense and a chance at a three-point play.
I also love the energy that Davidson is playing with. She's just being very demonstrative with her teammates. Lots of energy, and that's exactly what this Trojan team needs coming off 3 straight losses. Backdoor cut, no hesitation, and late rotation from Maryland, and just a beautiful acknowledgement. Great pass.
She's got 11 points and a chance at a dozen at the foul line here in the first quarter, and she has outscored the Terrapins all by herself.
And to be great with the ball in your hands, but great with the ball not in your hands, moving so beautifully without the basketball, it's unselfish. And then once you get it when you're open, just put it away.
She has shown a variety of ways to affect this game. Going left, going right, three-point ball off a steal.
Backdoor cut.
Garzone, first shot is a layup at the rim, and she puts it in, and she's in the scoring column.
You know, she's just not a three-point shooter. She moves well without the basketball. She's 6'3", just so consistent across the board.
Davidson looking to add on to her total. The 3 ball is short. And Addie Mack pushing the pace. Hoffenbarger, no hesitation. That was from deep, and it was pure.
Both shots just looks, the extension is exceptional. Feeling good coming into this ball game.
6 points for Poffenbarger on 2 shots. That one didn't even move the net. Deep 3 for Dunn, can't answer. But the O board kicked out to Samuels, too strong. Another O board. SC's interior has been active. Maryland is the team that comes in with the great rebounding totals, but so far SC has held their own.
We talked about Garzone from 3 here. You got a little bit of a mismatch. Nice backdoor. That's a beautiful pass. And then up top, Addie Mack, great decision not to push it. Just rock back. Confidence. Again, we talked about it early. The heart and soul of this Maryland team.
The Maryland product out of Middletown, spent 1 year at UConn, 2 at Arkansas, now in her 2nd season back in her home state. Done. Oh, that was pretty. She was ready and she hit it.
And I love the unselfishness from Davidson. You're red hot, you're scorching, but you give it up for a better shot.
Inside, quick answer, and that is Maria Boyko, a freshman, good size at 6'4" out of Belarus.
She just keeps getting better every single game we see her play. So defense by Maryland. Again, USC doing a great job of making good decisions and not turning it over.
About 3 seconds differential between the shot and game clock. And Maryland should get it back. Samuels, the up fake, baseline jumper, too strong. Last touched, it will remain with SC. So they can play for the last shot now.
What a great quarter by USC. Just 2 turnovers. They got 8 points off of Maryland turnovers.
And for USC, 4 offensive rebounds.
Yep.
Looks good, but they have limited Maryland to just 1. Davidson, deep 3. Oh, straight on, but short. So we will head into our first win home happy. Cheryl did not. But Cheryl back here to cheer on her Trojans. Contact at the top, no whistle, we play on. Akanawa had a nice rest there before the first quarter break.
What a quiet first quarter for her.
And she is called for steps. So Akanawa scoreless in the first quarter and had 2 turnovers, or now 2 with that travel call. She is a dynamic player for Maryland. Their leading scorer, Akanawa, the Duke transfer, at over 17 points per game. Good up fake by Samuels, had all day, too strong, back iron. Fight for the rebound, Jazzy Davidson is there. Collision. And I think that's Rainey Wilson who took the brunt of that collision and is grabbing her head. Yeah, Rainey Wilson. And she's in some pain.
See her head right there.
Oh, wow, that was, yeah, boy. Inadvertent. Jazzy Davidson was just hustling after that loose ball, and her head hitting off that hardwood. And
Maryland's so decimated by injuries throughout this season.
You're reading my mind, Mary. It has been difficult. I love the game of Kayleen Smeichel, who averaged 17 points per game last year, was a key for Maryland making it to the Sweet 16. She is out for the year with injury. And good to see Rainey Wilson get some applaud from the crowd as she is shaken up. She's really taken that shot.
She's really been coming on of late, shooting the ball extremely well.
Yeah, back-to-back games, 4 for 8 from the three-point line. 8 made threes over the last 2 games. The freshman guard out of Greenville, Wisconsin.
Brenda Freese has talked a lot about how their bench is really starting to come on and find an identity.
So hopefully she will be okay. Took a shot. So USC a 4-point lead here, 5 on the shot clock. Davidson moving to her right, can't connect from long range. And last touched by the Trojans, it will be Maryland basketball.
It's an interesting group on the floor for USC. Can they go to the bench with some of these bigs and get some production? Just be strong and steady. Mendez on the floor, the transfer from Washington State.
Lindsay Gottlieb going back to London Jones, even with the 2 personals. And you can't let one of their senior leaders sit for too long despite those fouls. Poffenbarger squeezes off the jumper, rattles out. Oh, board inside. That is what Akanawa is known for, just hopping quickly off the ground.
Yeah, it's definition Maryland basketball right there.
So Davidson with a dozen points in the first
Wide
quarter.
open.
Oh, great pass, and the second bucket of the ball game for Williams, making her first career start.
She was so open, just jumping up and down, showing the target.
There's Akanawa getting checked by Samuels.
Samuels so far has done a really nice job on her, just containing.
Addie Mack, too strong. Jazzy Davidson, the leading rebounder, pulls in the board for SC. This is a great matchup. Davidson on Akanawa. Tough shot. Akanawa holding her ground and then grabs the miss.
Yeah, nice job defending without fouling, with all that length coming at you.
Williams lost her footing. Their zone was open. She passes it back and had a clean look from Poffenbarger, but it won't go. Anna Mendez squeezes it down low. Samuels is this time open. So a couple of leaky defensive possessions for Maryland, and SC is taking advantage. Hard take into a pile of yellow jerseys of SC, but Maryland able to grab the miss. Poffenbarger hit a couple of threes early. She's gone cold, and on the run is Mendez.
Says, I don't really want it right here. Please, somebody come help.
Samuels does come get it, the point guard, and gets it over to Jazzy Davidson. To her right, pull-up jumper. Just off the back rim, and Garzone at 6'3", the shooter with the rebound, and will push.
Nice job by Mendez stopping that fast break. Maryland has not taken a three.
No, and Maryland has missed their last 5 shots in a row. Williams had a career-high 9 rebounds a couple of games ago against Oregon, and she has been active. Jones, quick trigger off the back rim. Fight for the rebound, and SC comes away with another offensive rebound. 7 offensive rebounds already for the Trojans. The pick and roll, it's trapped, and they say the contact sends Jones to the deck.
And there's a foul there by Maryland, but going forward, Elise, this SC team cannot take it to the sideline and pick it up. Maryland outstanding at trapping this. Stay away from the sideline. You're going to get the foul there. Little ticky-tack, but onward. But you've got to get it out of there in a hurry.
And the second foul whistled against Aluchi Akanawa, the 5'10 junior, the leading scorer for Maryland. Just had to go take a seat next to Brenda Freeze.
She has 2 points so far in the ball game.
Jones off target, and the rebound hauled in by Near McLean.
Some big opportunities there for USC to really expand on this lead while Maryland is struggling.
Their zone getting the pick from Ozzy Mamadou, and now she'll back it out. Pick it to Ozzy Mamadou in the lane. Left hand swirls right to the rim.
She does a really nice job of just checking out the traffic. Is something open?
For her ACL back in 2023, sat out last year while rehabbing, and comes away with that possession. You see Ozzy Mamadou with the big brace on her left knee. Doesn't seem to be slowing her down. Their zone working on Dunn. Got into the paint, kicked it out to Walker. Their zone, 8 on the shot clock, looking inside, trying to get it to McLean, and the foul will be around.
What an
outstanding day. Let's take a look at our upcoming college basketball schedule. Some good ones here on Peacock. Maryland, it doesn't get any easier. They'll face 3rd-ranked UCLA coming up on Sunday. Iowa, Maryland coming up. It is a gauntlet for Maryland. That is one of the reasons why this game's so important. SC not ranked, but number 28 in the net rankings. A quality basketball team. And another turnover over and back against Maryland. SC's defense has been stepping up. Another turnover, 9 for Maryland, just 2 for SC.
And you think back to the Minnesota game for USC, they were minus 15 in field goal attempts, minus 15. Right now they are plus 11.
Oh, trying to get Jazzy Davidson above the defense, and they say last touched by the freshman out of Clackamas, Oregon. So it will be the 3rd turnover whistled against SC.
Again, for Maryland, success means turning over USC and getting some quick scores. It means crashing the O boards and getting second opportunities, and that recipe has not been working so far. This match inside.
Hoffenbarger has it, but quickly doubled. Malia Samuels, the feisty defender, quick to close that trap, and the ball will head back to SC.
Offensively, Malia Samuels not doing a lot, just 2 points. But defensively, she is making life very difficult for the Maryland Terps.
She is feisty on the ball. Lindsay Gottlieb says she likes to heat up the ball. We'll get after it on that end of the floor. Here's Roshatita, sets the screen. Samuels is going to stick it all the way in, and it will remain with SC.
Jazzy Davidson, 12 points so far in this first half.
At 12, all in the first quarter. Maryland has rotated over to her. Jones missing everything on that straightaway attempt, and Maryland will try to transition. Davidson, what recognition, almost took it away. Maryland scrambling a bit. Garzone, 3-ball. That is as automatic in college basketball as you're going to find.
She gets an open look. It's an open look 3. Her motion is so decisive, so quick.
And I asked Brenda Fries about all the great shooters she's had, and she said, yeah, I've had a lot of them. She's up there as Roshatita takes the nice dime and is able to finish in the paint.
And who did she mention specifically that had a quicker, more beautiful release?
Christy Tolliver.
Thank you very much.
Christy Tolliver, part of that 2006 National Championship squad that they just celebrated a short time ago. The 20-year anniversary as Garzone stepped onto the sideline. But she is one of the sharpest shooters in the nation, and it is a unique stroke.
Yep, kick out, rhythm. Yeah, you watch the rotation, not what you normally see. See a very active bench for USC.
So 11 Maryland turnovers already in this game. They average just 16 per game. Garzone taking the defensive rebound and shuffles the feet and add on another one. The look of exasperation on the face of Garzone. She can't believe it.
It's like the 4th travel in the ball game for Maryland.
Well, and I think for Garzone, she stepped on the sideline just on the back of her sneaker. And then unforced in the backcourt, just can't get rid of the ball in time.
The scary thing for USC is, as well as they are playing, they're not shooting the ball well. Maryland's only down 3.
Yeah, Maryland certainly will want to clean up these turnovers as the game progresses. As Brenda Fries talking to Mai Forsberg, pleading her case. And Maryland really is not had the chance to get their leading scorer very much time. Just 8 minutes played by Aluchi Akanawa, the transfer from Duke. The leading scorer for Maryland has a couple of personals, and she spent a lot of time sitting.
And they have no points off turnovers and just 4 points off offensive rebounds, and they're down 3.
Jones. Good up fake, loses the defense, but can't connect. Jones yet to make a shot. She is 0 for 6 tonight. They really want to get her moving. Davidson, another steal, and then Garzone reaches out and is called for the personal. Jazzy Davidson, her reaction time is so quick.
Yeah, like a free safety in football, right? I mean, she just always knows where the ball is, where just she needs to be positioned. Listed at 6'1", but you watch her play, and sometimes it feels like she's 5'8", sometimes it feels like she's 6'4", the way she glides and just makes plays on both ends.
And she comes from Clackamas, Oregon, and has been trained well. Susan King-Borchardt, one of the best trainers out there. Brianna Stewart, Sue Bird, Kelsey Plum, she has trained with her. Susan King lives in the Portland area. Jazzy can't get that shot. Soft touch, it rolls off. Also works with, you know, a former Trojan, and Ashley Corral, who was a sharpshooter here for SC, is from Vancouver, Washington, just across the river in the Portland area, and has worked with her. Down low, onto the floor, Brianna Williams, the 6'2" redshirt freshman from Billings, Montana, with her bucket. So a 1-point ball game here with less than a minute to go in the Galen Center. Maryland trying to get the taste out of their mouth of a bitter loss to Ohio State. And a great cut right to the rim from Mendez.
I love Mendez's game. Long, can shoot the ball, defends, can rebound.
Mendez, the 6'2" sophomore from Paris, France. Spent a year at Washington State. This is her first year in Los Angeles with the Trojans. Mack, 5 on the shot clock. And she hits the mid-range jumper. Crafty. Mack, 4 points in the game on 4 shots. So the last shot coming for SC potentially. Just 5 seconds remaining. Samuels to Dunn. High arching 3 off the back rim. And we will play defense.
That's
but
shocking to
here
hear.
at SC, we pride ourselves on that. So she has definitely learned how to play defense. And not only that, but her motor. She's playing so hard. She's asked to do so much offensively, but she's not taking any plays off or energy off the other end of the floor, which has really been impressive.
Look at those turnovers number.
Well, I think the big number, 8 points off turnovers for USC is 0 for Maryland, and that is how they win. Garzone, 3-ball all the way around the rim and out. But Akanawa there to clean it up. Had 2 personals in the first half, which matched her point total, and she doubles that quickly.
We talked about it in the open. Everybody talked about it in the studio. 20 great minutes by USC, but you've got to put 20 more on the board to win against this Maryland team, and you can't allow those second opportunities.
So Maryland taking the lead. Their last lead was at 7-4. We just got underway. Jones looking for her first bucket. Won't get it to go, but will draw 2 foul shots.
Now, I like the drive by London Jones. She's struggling shooting the ball. So what should you do? Put it on the floor, be aggressive, draw some contact, and maybe just get your routine down and some confidence at the free throw line.
London Jones, the senior from Riverside, California, spent 3 seasons at UCLA. Her final season here across town at USC. Averaging 11.5 points per game, which is 3rd most for the Trojans. And she puts a pair of free throws in, and she is on the board. Mack from the corner, left open, can't hit it. Garzone had the rebound, went up, but got fouled. Williams with her 2nd foul. And SC trying to get off of the 3-game losing streak. 2 of them have been without Kennedy Smith, out again tonight. One of the best defensive players in the nation, and they have missed her scoring punch as well. She's a double-digit scorer.
Getting close, lower leg injury. They said 2 to 4 weeks. Heard it during the UCLA game. She played through it in that ball game. But boy, you talk about a dynamic presence, energy. Look at her on the bench.
I love watching Kennedy Smith play. Just a sophomore, but plays a lot older than that. Has spent time with USA Basketball and really sets the tone for SC on the defensive end. And Jazzy Davidson getting checked by Akanawa. That shot off the mark, and it bounces all the way back out to her. Poffenbarger looking for the turnover and says hi to us. You all right? Poffenbarger giving me a high five. Good hustle play by her as she flew out of bounds over here at the scores table, and you do not want to see that as Ozzy Mamadou on the ground. And she is in some pain. And clutching at that left side. Maryland already without the services of Rainey Wilson, who collided with Jazzy Davidson in the first half, had to go to the locker room. And so now you see Ozzy Mamadou, the 6'3" redshirt junior, slow to get up. Seems to be walking okay, but it was the left lower back is what she was grabbing on after she hit the deck hard.
She doesn't go to the bench because she stayed for the huddle, right?
And it looks like she is going to tough it out and be okay. Great sign from Maryland. As they are being tested here, the 12th ranked team in the nation, by SC. Samuels grabbing another offensive rebound for SC. They have hit the boards. That is their 10th O board to just 6 for Maryland. Jones losing Mack, the defender. Got her up in the air and then hit the mid-range J.
It's real about going to the free throw line and just getting yourself confidently together. And you can see the effect there by London Jones.
Nice job of defending without fouling by London Jones. And Konawa, with that speed, was a freight train coming down the lane.
London Jones, nice spin, find some open space, take what the defense gives you. You don't have to force the action all the way to the rim. Great decision making.
Lindsay Gottlieb said that they really need to get London Jones going, get that scoring punch, especially with no Kennedy Smith. Jazzy Davidson double team comes. She got in the air and got lucky not to be called for the travel, but it will go over to Maryland.
But you could see all the attention she was getting, right? The ball goes in the post. There's like automatically 2 Terps right there with her.
And so you'd rather have the turnover than the foul on Jazzy. That is foul number 2. So not in foul trouble, but you don't want any aggressiveness taken away if you are SC from their leading scorer. Been a defensive tussle here in the Galen Center. Konawa, great pass on a dime off the bounce. Some Ozzy Mamadou back on the floor.
You could see all the attention she was getting. That opened up that drive for the kick low. Nice drop inside.
Konawa, the defensive stalwart, pushed out on Davidson. Won't let her turn the corner. Jazzy crossing over, gets to her right, had the shot, too strong. And here's a Konawa pushing, trying to hit Poffenbarger, but the pass too strong and a turnover against Maryland.
You know, it's a turnover for Maryland, but you get a sense of the pace they want to play at, which is kick it ahead and let's get going. Mendez will be checking in. She had a very solid first half. 3 offensive rebounds, 5 rebounds overall. She came in and had an impact.
She'll take the place of Kara Dunn, coming off that 27-point outing. She's got 6 points, 4 assists. There's Jones, 4 points here in the third quarter in the moving screen. That'll be whistled against Vivian Iwachukwu.
She got her money's worth on that.
6'3" sophomore.
Just you come in the game and you just want to make a play, right? Like I'm gonna free up London. Let's go.
So Kendall Walker, number 8 in black for Maryland, setting the offense. Konawa gets it on the slit to Poffenbarger. She was trying to get it over to Ozzy Mamadou, and it was disrupted. It will remain with Maryland.
Davidson didn't quite drop as deep as she needed to, but with that length and agility, able to get a piece of it. Pass inside, rotation, and just in the nick of time, Jazzy Davidson.
Does a nice job of rotating for the freshman to get there just in time. That's all you need to do. Disrupt. London Jones comes away with it. SC trying to run. Davidson left open, 3-ball, off the back iron. She has gone ice cold after a red-hot start. 12 points in the first quarter, and she hasn't scored since. Underneath, it's Iwachukwu, and she draws the contact.
Malia Samuels isn't scoring a lot, but that's a great pass. Way to go get it, extend up, and the foul from behind.
She won 3 national championships at Montverde Academy. And hits the first free throw. Well, Sunday night, everything is on the line in the divisional round. Matthew Stafford leads the Rams against former SC quarterback Caleb Williams and the Bears. You're a Chicago native.
I am.
I'm going to give you a breakdown. The NFL divisional round Sunday, 6 o'clock Eastern on NBC and Peacock. All right, break it down, Mary. Keys to the game. Get the ball to Roma Dunze. That's my keys to the game.
He is great. He's been hurt, though. For a team that just the dynamics in the fourth quarter, the last 2 minutes, just an historic season. And what a turnaround season by the Chicago Bears.
Here's Garzone working on Davidson with the 2 personals. Cross-court pass. Akanawa stops on a dime but can't hit the mid-range. That's a tough rebound yes, in traffic. Iwachukwu came down with it. Davidson looking to break out of the cold streak, but she misses the 3. She's now 5 of 17, 1 of 7 from the three-point line. London Jones gets it stripped. Ball bouncing around, and Garzone has it. Maddie Mack, left-hand runner in the lane. Tough shot. Can't hit it, but it bounces off of SC. So SC has gone nearly 3 minutes with no field goals. And this has been a defensive struggle.
It's not at all what we expected. A Maryland team that averages 87 points a game.
Little collision. Jazzy Davidson gets hit on a screen, and she's hobbled. Kendall Walker goes into the paint. Jazzy looks like she's okay. Knee-to-knee contact. She is still kind of rubbing out the left leg on the free throw line after the collision. Mendez gets called for the personal. It's her second. London Jones had a good spark there in the third quarter for SC.
This Maryland team has to lean in hard on some very young players, especially in the backcourt.
Kendall Walker.
And look at these numbers. It's
87 points per game, Mary, and right now Maryland 35. Well below pace to hit that average of 87.
How about this? They average 17 made free throws a game. 17 made free throws. And right now they are 6 of 6.
SC has been defending without fouling and has been able to rebound as well. Ending possessions with a miss and a board. 5 in the shot clock. Samuels working on Mack, gets it down low, and we'll head the other direction. A foul, and that will bring a stop to the act on the board in the first quarter. Jazzy Davidson had 12 of those. They had just 8 points in the second quarter and just 6 so far here in the third, but they are neck and neck with Maryland due to their defense. Maryland with just 36 points. They have not been able to get out in transition. Just 2 fast break points for the speedy Maryland Terrapins so far.
And a big part of that has been the patience of USC and not turning the ball over.
Kara Dunn looking for Jazzy, being denied by Walker, and they say the hold as Davidson tried to come get it. The thing about Jazzy Davidson, Mary, is that she has such a high motor. She doesn't get tired. Her mom was a distance runner at the University of Oregon, Monica Davidson.
And she doesn't stand around and wait for the ball to come to her. She finds a way to use screens, use space, and she works.
So 3 fouls on Walker, and she continues to check Davidson. Samuels, nice swing pass from Davidson, swirls out, and the miss is grabbed by O'Connell. A collision, no call. Ball goes out of bounds, and our officials say last touched, and it will stay Maryland basketball.
Lindsey Gottlieb has
turned direction. So ultimately, Maryland comes away with it. Samuels deflecting it nearly.
But look how fired up she is. She's like, all right, just let's keep bringing it, people.
Yeah, she is creating some havoc out there.
See, I love that. As a teammate, I'm like, that just helps me relax and kind of dig in and play a little harder.
Absolutely. Bringing the energy, the junior point guard.
Your team's lost 3 in a row.
And that ball is lost.
That's right.
That is a forced turnover, and it doesn't matter. It's a 10-second violation. So whether or not it was last touched, it will be SC ball, and huge credit going to Malia Samuels. She made that happen.
That's right. How to impact a game without scoring. Watch Malia Samuels.
2 points, 1 of 7. Done after the turnover forced. Nails the 3.
Hey, don't forget about me.
Kara Dunn, 3 made threes, 9 points. Abby Mack slices through the defense and gets a bucket with her left.
It was a nice pass. That is running a set well.
Mack up to 6 points, the freshman point guard. A whistle coming. And
the 3 from Dunn. You can see Gear Zone's like, dang it. Yeah, I missed that one. And the bench, loving it.
I think Kennedy Smith's knee is going to be okay. If you can have those kind of dance moves, I think she might be back in action, hopefully soon. She went through shoot around today. Just trying to make sure she's 100%. I'm just kidding, of course, but great to see her with so much energy on the bench. It's tough when you look over there near Lindsey Gottlieb and Juju Watkins and Kennedy Smith are watching this battle with 12th ranked Maryland. Samuels with a nice feed cross court. Iwachukwu handles the pass and gets fouled in the act. She'll head to the line for 2.
She's been solid around the rim, drawing contact.
So Ozzy Mamadou will head to the bench after the foul. She's got 3.
USC doing a nice job responding to Lindsey Gottlieb after that timeout, getting a lot more organized offensively.
Celebrate MLK Day on NBC and Peacock with a full day of basketball. NBA action all day long, Monday on NBC, and it's all streaming on Peacock.
Do you watch much NBA?
Take it easy, Mary.
Atlanta Hawks, surprise team of the year for me.
Yeah. Hoffenberger gets it stripped. The hands from Iwachukwu. And Samuels will push. Davidson had a look, and she's grabbing at her left knee. She is grabbing. And she was grabbing at that knee after a collision on a screen. And the good news is that looks like it's some kind of a cramp when you're looking at both legs. And she will head to the bench right now. Jazzy Davidson, who has played 27 minutes. This will be her first break. And she's going to head into the locker room. So walking under her own power seems to be okay. Just maybe a hydration issue for Davidson.
See her grab the back of her left leg. Lindsay Gottlieb was right on that one.
And then kind of trying to rub out at the back of both knees once the whistle blew. That ball tipped around, and it will belong to Maryland.
We're talking about the minutes played by Jazzy Davidson not coming out till that injury. Played 40 minutes at Minnesota, 39 minutes against Oregon.
And that call will be reversed, so it will remain with USC. 5 on the shot clock. No Jazzy Davidson, who has 18 shots. Nobody else with more than 8. So who do they go to without their leading scorer on the floor? Dunn, 2 seconds, has to throw it up there off the rim. It would have reset that shot clock, but it bounces out of bounds, and Maryland will take over. Tied up in the third quarter, 2:26. Jazzy Davidson heading to the locker room in a tie game. And Juju Watkins out for the knee after tearing that ACL in the Sweet 16. She is back out in non-contact action. Great to see. But she will not play this season, rehabbing from that knee tear. I think, Mary, so many great athletes have come back after ACL tears and even been better and played long careers. Sue Bird comes to mind immediately. Tore that ACL at UConn. Played. She still could be playing if she wanted to, I think.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to anymore.
No, I think she's doing just fine. Here's London Jones creating some offense for SC, and she will head to the foul line. But the list of athletes that have overcome that are long, as Juju Watkins in the ear of Jazzy Davidson, getting some advice. And that is one thing Jazzy Davidson had said. Juju would be a junior on this squad.
I love that. That was just a perfect shot.
And Jazzy's talked about the fact that Juju has been in her ear and has helped her with her confidence and how to lead. They're both quiet leaders. They're not the leaders that are going to scream and yell and lead in that manner. But she has said that Juju has helped her every step of the way here since coming to SC. SC, after the 2 made foul shots from London Jones, with a 2-point advantage. Iwachukwu. Oh, and one. Iwachukwu sliding her feet, but Poffenbarger able to get underneath the arms for a 3-point opportunity.
Quite the take. Turns the corner going left, comes back to the right hand, extends, uses that backboard, and gets to the free throw line. Redshirt senior. What a journey she has had. Shooting 39% from 3 this season, 10.5 points a game, 6 rebounds. Still trying to get to 100% health.
That was her 9th point of the evening to go along with 3 rebounds. And Poffenbarger, you mentioned the journey. A year at UConn, 2 at Arkansas, coming back to Maryland. She's from Middletown, Maryland. Coming back along with Mira McLean, who both started at UConn. That one left short at the rim by Mendez. So Maryland taking a 1-point lead on the 3-point play. Looking to add on. London Jones able to be there for the defensive rebound. Smallest player on the floor. She gets it stripped though, and Addie Mack has it underneath. Count it! And the foul for Addie Mack and Maryland.
So Maryland hasn't been able to break USC with their pressure, with just getting a piece of it, but this is what they really do well. Create a little bit of chaos. They do that in the corner. Pick up the ball. Let's rotate it. Nice pass here, the dump down inside, and the chance for a 3-point play.
You can see the excitement. Poffenbarger had the 3-point play, and then it's Addie Mack, a 6-0 run in 37 seconds for Maryland to take a 4-point lead. Shot at the rim, off the mark. Collected by Dunn, and she draws the contact. Tough play in the paint for Dunn.
And so as this game starts winding down and heading into the fourth quarter, Samuels misses this short shot, but you can see it is not for the faint of heart in the paint, this ball game. So nothing's easy in this game, Elise. Everything's tough. It's tough to score, tough defense, all tough-minded. So it's a grinder of a game, and it's not going to be 87, 89 point scoring, and every possession counts.
When you talk about toughness, as Dunn hits that first free throw, and Jazzy Davidson looking on. She left, grabbing at the back of her knee, walked to the locker room under her own power. So she looks on as Dunn hits both free throws and slices the lead in half. Their zone.
1 of 2 from three-point range tonight. She has taken 2 3-pointers.
Getting hassled by Mendez, can't turn the corner. Gets it to Poffenbarger, 7 to go here in the third quarter. Walker spins, gets tangled up by Jones, and that is the right call. Nothing was intentional, but the call is if the defense gets feet tangled up with the offensive player and they're both moving, it's a foul on the defense.
Put it on the floor, spin back inside. But 2 attempts from Gerzone in this ballgame. She had 10 shots against Ohio State, 6 at Rutgers, 6 against Indiana, 7 at Illinois.
So Kendall Walker averaging 5.3 points per game. Knocks in the first free throw. Very good free throw shooter, 76% this season.
So we talked about the lack of free throws in the first half. All of a sudden, Maryland's getting to the free throw line. What happens when you make free throws? You're able to set up your pressure. Will they come back to it? Here we go.
16 fouls combined here in the third quarter. It was a cleanly played game in the first, just 13, and USC can.
Well, Schermuller. I mean,
all
the things she did well, but oh my gosh.
I mean, it just really, it's sad for all of us fans that you couldn't watch her in the WNBA for years and years display her greatness like you can with the Stars today. Davidson back onto the floor to start the fourth quarter. Her 3-ball too strong. Akanawa with the rebound, and she will push.
Great job in transition D by USC.
Poffenbarger looked like she lost her footing, nearly lost her balance. Instead, it's inside. Flipping it up. Oh, almost. Wonder if that would have counted. Brianna Williams is fouled. So Williams drawing that foul on Jazzy Davidson, her third personal here in the fourth quarter. Their zone, 3-ball, too strong. Williams there with the O-board and earns herself a couple of free throws. So 4 personals on Mendez.
And you go back to what is a team good at? One of the things Maryland's really good at is getting to the free throw line. In the first half, they were 2 for 2, didn't spend a lot of time there. So far, 9 of 10, and they're going to the line again.
So Gerda Roshatita will have a rest, and Mendez will be forced to take a breather with the 4 personals. Well, Maryland, their largest lead of the game was 7-2 back in the early portion of the first quarter. And Williams hits the free throw and matches that largest lead of 47-42, just over 9 to play here in Los Angeles. The 12th ranked Maryland Terrapins took a loss to Ohio State, ranked 19th. You want to get rid of that bitter taste while USC has dropped out of the top 25 after 3 straight losses. They are hungry. Walker hits the deck. Samuels gets it inside, short. And then working to tie it up, hustling around, but Maryland has the ball and some numbers. Poffenbarger. SC able to retreat quickly in transition. Poffenbarger, too strong, misses everything from the right wing.
That kind of sums up the game for Maryland offensively. They have just been out of sync for so much of this, but you look at the score and they're up 5. For a team that averages 87 points a game, it's a very, very different game, but it really defines you as a team. When you can't score, you can still win a ball game.
Garzone has made 11 threes over the last 2 games. Tonight, Garzone not only hasn't hit a lot of threes, she's only taken 3. So SC's defense had a good game plan. Jazzy Davidson still stuck on the 12 points that she had in the first quarter of play. Has not scored since.
Hasn't had a lot of open looks either.
Williams losing the ball and her feet. Last touched by SC. And we may see a challenge. Lindsey Gottlieb with the new rule in women's college basketball. If you lose the challenge, you lose the timeout. But you can take
They've got plenty of timeouts.
you can use as many challenges as you want. So we will take a timeout and they will check who it was last touched by. So we will be back. 12th ranked Maryland with a 5-point lead here on the road, trying to close it out.
AAA Insurance.
For whatever life throws at you, get coverage confidence with AAA Insurance.
After 85 years, the Jeep brand is still keeping it fresh, bringing you more choices, more features, and even more adventure for everyone. Start your adventure today with a great deal on a new Jeep brand vehicle. Jeep, there's only one.
Right now, well-qualified lessees can lease the 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport S-Gas model for $359 a month. Hurry, this great offer ends February 2nd. Visit your local Jeep brand dealer.
Soy Aileen Daspro, profesora clínica de negocios internacionales de la Escuela de Negocios Knaus. Imparto cursos y dirijo programas que preparan a nuestros alumnos y a las empresas de nuestra ciudad para navegar los mercados globales. Apoyamos a las empresas pequeñas y medianas de San Diego a expandir internacionalmente. Los estudiantes adquieren valiosa experiencia profesional, mentoreo y también acceso a oportunidades de empleo. Mi nombre es Aileen Daspro, Universidad de San Diego, iluminando el camino.
We are back in Los Angeles, the East Coast, West Coast battle between 12th ranked Maryland and USC, no longer in the top 25 after losing 3 games in a row, but a brutal strength of schedule. Number 4 toughest in the nation. And they are not shooting it the way that they can. A season low 27%. Against this Maryland defense. And USC did win the challenge. Lindsey Gottlieb will keep the timeout. And SC will have the ball. Down by 5 as they get it across the timeline.
And you're only down 5 in this half. 2 of 16 from the floor.
Samuels in the horn set, takes a couple screens. Now gets it to Jones. Collision against Williams. She just charged into that lane.
Yeah, those are the plays that just make bigs crazy. Like, you're just standing there trying to defend and a guard just drives right into you and you get the foul. It's kind of like, what did I do?
She will be subbed out, and Ozzy Mamadou Product of London back onto the floor. Kara Dunn working on Poffenbarger, spins and goes up over the defense for two. That was athletic.
And tough.
Their zone three ball off the back iron. Collected and then stymied. Okonowa had nowhere to go. Samuels looking for help, gets it to Davidson. Last touch by Jazzy, good defense by Walker, pushing up and forcing the turnover.
London Jones was ahead of the play, but Malia Samuels could not see her because defense was between her and the pass. It's a big turnover for SC, had an opportunity there.
Maryland is in a much better job of taking care of the basketball here in the second half. They had 13 turns in the first half, just 3 here in the second. And another big collision. We're talking about the NFL playoffs coming up. Boy, we've seen a lot of hits in this one.
It's just that kind of game. It is a tough-minded game. Put the ball on the floor and just seek contact, get to the free throw line.
So the 4th foul on London Jones. And Lindsay Gottlieb has yet to go get a sub for her.
Maryland this half has 10 points from the floor and 11 points from the free throw line.
And Okonowa at the free throw line, hits both. She's up to 6 points. Okonowa averaging 17 points per game this season. The leading scorer for Maryland. She's done a nice job bottling her up. Dunn had the bucket in the paint. The last possession goes back to the paint, this time with a runner.
Another tough line, hard ball fake, put it on the floor.
So Kara Dunn, the senior, first year with SC, the transfer from Georgia Tech. Putting it up, missing everything, trying to draw some contact. Ozzy Mamadou.
What a
inside,
job.
Running the lane, the rim run. Iwachukwu giving a spark to the fans inside the Galen Center, and SC is back to within 1.
The leading scorer for Georgia Tech a year ago when she played for Nell Fortner, the 5'11" senior out of Dallas. Really taking on the load here in the second half.
And she forced the deflection, and Maryland turns it over. What is on the line in this game? Maryland ranked 12th in the nation, already stinging after a loss to 19th ranked Ohio State on their home floor. SC has dropped 3 in a row after being in the top 25. Davidson still cannot hit. Jazzy Davidson came out on absolute fire. Was 5 of 7 to start, had a dozen points in the first frame, and just has not been able to find it since then. She has been stuck on 12 since the first quarter. But she is such a great player. I would not be surprised in this 1-point game if she doesn't make a big play down the stretch. Samuels initiates the offense. Gets it to Dunn.
Love it.
Shoots the 3 ball. Oh, that is pure.
You felt the confidence, didn't you? This isn't here, this is. Take the pressure off your freshman. Take care of business yourself.
Dunn up to 18 points, coming off a 27-point outing in the last game. That shot off the rim, SC clears. Samuels gets it to Dunn, had a notion. Decides, I could probably get that shot at any time. Jones spinning, losing the defense. Wild shot, no good. And the ball bounces to Maryland. Okonowa, open court, draws the contact. Boy, I look at Akanoa getting downhill right to the rim. Oh, it's a shame that Schmeichel is not healthy, but this is done.
Yeah, just back it up. Not just back it all the way to the 3. And oh yeah, that's where the celebration.
That's a song, Mary. Back, just back it up. Just keep backing it up. Done. As Akanoa able to hit the first free throw.
SC has 18 more field goal attempts than Maryland, the high-scoring Maryland team.
And you look at the possession battle. SC has forced 19 Maryland turnovers, and they've only committed 9 of their own. Big reason why they've been able to generate so many shots. They also have 15 offensive rebounds. Davidson from the corner. No good. And a nice job of pressure by Samuels as Maryland had a runner open and Mack couldn't find her because of the pressure.
Saved him too.
Akanoa in the lane. Big screen. Samuels hits the deck. Slicing in, drawing the foul. Just reckless abandon.
Exactly.
Going into the lane, throwing her body in there to draw that foul. And Walker hit the floor hard.
Just nowhere to go, but just get into your shooting motion and get yourself to the free throw line.
At the defense, that's tough. Nobody going for the block shot. Walker just forcing her way inside the lane. And she drills the first one.
Again, Maryland making a living in the second half at the free throw line. 14 of 17 in the second half. Just 5 of 19 from the floor. They have not made a 3 this half.
Walker hits both to retake the lead. 14 lead changes, 9 ties in this game.
With more to come.
Nobody is led by more than 8 points. Jones to Dunn, nice entry pass. She swirls around and takes contact from Garzone.
You know, you watch Dunn and you just start sort of rolling forward to the WNBA with the expansion teams, and the way she goes to work inside and out. Look at her get low, get that post position, swing through, drop step, create the contact. Whether she's inside, outside, we've seen her as a distributor, just finding her teammates. Just a very solid all-around player.
The second leading scorer for USC this season, averaging 13 points per game. Also, just under 5 rebounds per game as we take a look at the men's college basketball schedule coming up Saturday on NBC and Peacock. Number 2, Iowa State in action against Cincinnati. 4th-ranked Michigan will be at Matt Knight Arena in Eugene to take on the Ducks. 5th-ranked Purdue against SC on the men's side, and St. John's Villanova. Well, we've got 3:28 to play in a defensive tussle. Who is going to make the most plays down the stretch in this crucial Big Ten matchup? All tied up at 52. Matt, the freshman, picking up the dribble, gets it to Akanoa. Matt gets it back. Her shot won't go. Ozzy Mamadou working the glass to earn a pair at the line.
There's a lot of ways to win a basketball game, and one of them is to get fouled and go to the free throw line and make your free throws. And right now, that is what is carrying the day for Maryland. Tough-minded. Shots in here aren't going down, but just unrelenting here. And the, excuse me, foul by Jazzy Davidson.
And a big one. That is her 4th personal foul. So SC is saddled with foul trouble. London Jones with 4. Jazzy Davidson with 4. Mendez with 4. And so the aggressiveness that USC has played with on the defensive end could be hampered slightly because one more personal and you're sitting on the bench disqualified.
All the bonuses for Maryland, and Maryland just 2 team fouls.
Davidson looking inside, gets it to Dunn. All kinds of Maryland players in the paint, and it does not matter.
Double team before the ball even arrived.
She's at blackjack, 21 points. Garzone, a high three is money.
Do not forget about her. Oh my goodness.
Garzone, a huge three, her second of 1 points for Dunn. She has been red hot in the second half. She was at halftime with 9 points.
Zoned by Maryland.
Davidson had a good look, wouldn't drop.
1 of 10 from 3 for Jazzy Davidson.
Mack getting pressured by Samuels. Ball to Econowa, into the paint, up, under, blocked. Davidson, the Big Ten leader, number 5 in the nation with the denial. And with 4 fouls, that took some guts. Jones got Walker in the air, slices into the lane, and she draws a couple of free throws.
What's impressive is, had just missed another 3, but the composure here, straight up, right hand, no lean. It's a huge defensive play. Just great composure. Doesn't let what's going on the offensive end affect what she's doing on the defensive end, and that is maturity beyond her years.
She's 6'1". Everybody else on this list is 6'3" or above. But Jazzy Davidson just has a knack. We asked about her wingspan. They said 74 inches, which she's 6'1". That's right on target. You feel like she's long when you watch her play because of so many deflections and blocks and steals. The second free throw whirling around and out for London Jones. It's a 2-point Maryland lead, and they have the ball less than 90 to go from inside the Galen Center. Econowa left open. Jumper won't fall. Offensive rebound. Pushed up. Still won't go. Third time is a charm. Ozzy Mamadou with the tough work in the paint.
And a team's identity comes out at crunch time, and you're seeing Maryland get to the free throw line, right back in another one.
Their last game against Minnesota, a 1-point loss. And here they are.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Out of the timeout. Maryland in the zone, Dunn splitting it, and what a rebound. Iwuchukwu, the ball won't drop. And it is alternating possession on the tie-up. It will remain with SC. Boy, did Iwuchukwu get up high.
And just some great looks inside of that zone. Found the sweet spot. Dunn can't get it to go. The O board can't get it to go. Rips it, ties it up.
20 on the shot clock. Dunn has it checked by Garzone. Davidson working on Econowa. Back to Dunn, who's got the 21 points. Samuels penetrates into the lane, checked. Walker has it. Samuels behind the play. It's 5-on-4. If Maryland wants to go, they do not. A 4-point lead. SC has to foul, and finally London Jones does, but that is her 5th. She was hesitating because she needs to be on the floor.
Right. Somebody else needs to come and get that foul because you need London Jones for her shooting and scoring ability, no doubt. But again, a USC team that has lost 3 straight in different ways every single game, and the difference this game is from going 2-3 in conference to 3-3 or 2-4. It's a big swing.
So now shot clock is dead, 20.7 on the game clock. Maryland with a 4-point lead and heading to the foul line. It's the freshman, Addie Mack, the one player you do not want to foul, as she is a foul shooter. And I will take the blame on the Jinx as she misses the first.
It's just been that kind of game, though, hasn't it? Nothing has been easy.
That one softly goes home into the bucket for Mac. But it remains a 2-possession game. So SC doesn't need a 3. They'd love a 3.
They just need to score.
But they will advance the basketball.
Quickly, quickly. Everything's got to happen quickly. Everything's got to go perfectly.
And Maryland's defense has stepped up. They have limited SC to just 30% field goal shooting in this game. And just 5 of 29 from the three-point line. SC hit 14 threes in a loss to Minnesota. And tonight, Minnesota closing out, pushing them off the line. They just never got comfortable.
And Maryland in the second half, 18 of 22 from the free throw line. So 18 points, just 14 points.
Well, and their aggressiveness not only working offensively, but now they don't have to worry about London Jones, the sharpshooter, who has been one of the most prolific three-point shooters in women's basketball in her time over the last 3 years at UCLA and this year at USC. So she's not available. She fouled out.
And a year ago, this would have been Juju time.
Done. Quick 3. Doesn't go. And a quick timeout by Brenda Freeze. I don't know if she got that. Seconds to go. But Maryland on an 11-4 run over the last 5 minutes. Matt gets it in. She's chased, and finally Dunn reaches out to grab her. So Kara Dunn picks up her second personal. Nice job on the chase to get to Mac.
Kara Dunn in the second half, 15 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists.
And we talked about SC is that free throw is pure from Addie Mack, the freshman. For Maryland, the 12th ranked team in America, this is the Big Ten. It is absolutely in State and Michigan, perhaps the most difficult road swing in the Big Ten, although there's so many it's hard to quantify. Dunn hoists up the 3 off the iron. Samuels has the rebound. She lets it go at the buzzer, and that will do it. Maryland goes to 17-2 overall, 5.
Rafael Pacciaroni, her coach, trying to will her over the line. That's nicely done though. Takes care of business on her serve, Svitolina. Now she's going to try and do it on the Halos Meyer serve.